What makes football so popular? Is it the incredible goal scoring? Is it the edge of your seat's penalty shots? Or is it watching your favorite players scoring and dribbling and competing during the World Cup, proudly representing their country? Explaining why people feel so passionate about this sport is very hard even for a football fan. I mean, there are a lot of factors that should be considered, but easily the most important one is soccer decentralization, meaning that it is played globally instead of just in one region. The level of play and simplicity significantly contributes to making it even more popular. The beautiful game where you should never underestimate your opponent. On the field, we are nothing but equals. Speaking of football, let's take a look into the surprises, storylines, upsets, and magical moments of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, and how these great players were able to untap their potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. It all began with a wondrous opening ceremony that included Morgan Freeman and Al Muftah, giving us key moments and teaching us how important it is to be united rather than to be divided. Qatar, the home country, unfortunately, becomes the first host country to lose its opening game against Ecuador. They do not make it past their group. Other key moments in the World Cup: Germany bombing out of the group stage. It's happened again. Would you believe it? A 4-2 win over Costa Rica on Friday wasn't enough for the European heavyweights to avoid failing to advance out of their group for a second straight tournament. This would be the second successive time that Germany got eliminated out of the FIFA World Cup in the group stage, despite being four-time champions and their talented squad. Germany was expected to get through the group stage with ease, as most of the Group B were considered underdogs in the world of football. Things didn't go according to plan. Even with their 4-2 win against Costa Rica, this was not enough to qualify for the knockouts. Saudi Arabia rocks Argentina. King Salman ordered a public holiday after one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Their unbelievable 2-1 win over Argentinian powerhouse, led by none other than Lionel Messi, did not just come with a holiday either. Turki Al-Shaki, the head of Saudi Entertainment Authority, gave free entry to 3 amusement parks for Saudis who wanted to celebrate. This is understandable, as only Ghana, ranked 61st, is ranked lower than Saudi Arabia, ranked 51st, among the countries competing in Qatar, while Argentina is ranked 3rd in the world. But there will be no more wins or public holidays, as Saudi Arabia were beaten 2-0 by Poland and then 2-1 by Mexico, which led Saudi Arabia finishing last in their group. But hey, at least they were the only team to defeat the World Cup champions in the tournament, right? A Belgium flop. That's a fair argument that Belgium's golden generation, disappointing at yet another major tournament, isn't a surprise. However, they aren't squirming out of the list, not after falling to get out of the group containing Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. After all, the Red Devils went into the tournament ranked 2nd in the world, behind Brazil, yet only managed to beat the defensively inept Canadians. Japan and Australia. Admit it, you looked at the groups ahead of the tournament and didn't give Japan or Australia a chance of advancing. I mean, there's no shame in it. Yet here they were, flying the flag in the round of the 16. Japan had plenty to celebrate after stunning Spain in Qatar to top the World Cup group. And as impressive it was for Australia to exit a group featuring world champions France and European 2020 semifinalist Denmark in 2nd place, Japan topping Group E overshadows it. Beating European heavyweights Germany and Spain will do that. And even if they did somehow lose 1-0 to Costa Rica. Africa makes history. No African team has ever made it past the quarterfinals in World Cup history. Yet the 2022 Qatar World Cup makes history as Morocco advances and wins against some juggernauts. They go on a streak, defeating Belgium and Canada to advance in Group F. They defeat Spain in penalties. They defeat Portugal 1-0 and make it to the semifinals. They finish 4th among all teams, falling short against France and Croatia. Coming up short again. Many fans cried when they saw Brazil and Portugal fall short. Brazil were among the favorites to take it all, but were mere minutes away from winning until Croatia tied and outscored them during the penalties. A sad view, certainly. Perhaps not as sad as watching Cristiano Ronaldo's dream of winning a World Cup fall short again. He would go off the pitch crying, knowing this was his last chance. But fans will never forget what he has done for the sport. Lionel Messi claims his crown as Argentina rejoices. The grand finale, Argentina versus France, two great teams with the world's biggest stars facing off. Try to choose a favorite moment in the match. It seems impossible. Lionel flicked past to lead the Argentina's wonderful second goal. How about Kylian Mbappe's extreme finish from the edge of the penalty area? A contest that led to a 2-2 in extra time. Every time the ball is with Mbappe or Messi, you might have held your breath for the duration of the play. The whole world saw, which is argued now as the best World Cup final. A match full of so many remarkable moments, extreme tension, and such dramatic momentum swings, as well as joy. It was the beautiful game, how it was supposed to be played. In the second half, Argentina appeared to set off France, and there was some time wasting. Angel Di Maria was substituted in the 64th minute. Later, Kolo Muani would get a foul from Nicolas Otamendi in the 79th minute and a penalty kick for France. Mbappe drove the penalty in the left-hand corner, making it 2-1. A mere 90 seconds later, Mbappe exchanged the ball with Thuram and then struck the sweetest volley past Martinez, which led to a 2-2 tie. France suddenly looked like it was about to win the match. As the game now goes into overtime, you get another score by Messi, now 3-2, in favor of Argentina. It was only a matter of time for Argentina to seal the deal, but with about 5 minutes remaining, Mbappe's shot hit the arm of Montiel, giving France a penalty. Mbappe gets the penalty and becomes the first player since 1966 to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. Ultimately, the game goes into a high, intense, pressured penalty shootout. The stress, the emotion. Mbappe goes first for France and scores. Messi then goes first for Argentina and scores. We are tied 1-1. Kingsley Coman goes up, but the score is saved by Emiliano Martinez. Paulo Dybala, who was specifically subbed in before the end of the game for this moment, scores, giving Argentina a 2-1 lead. The third round, Aurelien Tchouameni hits the ball wide right. Leandro Paredes then scores, making it 3-1. Fourth round, Randa Kolo Muani scores for France. Then Gonzalo Montiel goes up. Now France at this moment has no choice but to stop this goal in order to have a chance. Montiel goes up and scores. Argentina wins the penalties with 4-2, the last twist of one of the most extraordinary finals in World Cup history. Despite Mbappe's extraordinary performance, his team's efforts were not enough to be able to snag a win under Argentina's powerhouse of a team. At some point, it looked like it was just Mbappe against the entire Argentinian team. We witnessed history. We witnessed a magical moment. But more importantly, during this World Cup, we were all together, united, billions watching the game and enjoying the beautiful game. As Morgan Freeman said, what unites us is greater than what divides us. We are one big tribe, and the earth is our tent. Together, we can make the call for everyone to unite. Now, despite being under different cultures, this sport brings us together. Whether the team is good or bad, everyone feels like a part of a team's success and failures. It's a feeling that translates past languages. The reason which sports often unites people is that it gives people something in common with one another. Some of the lessons you can get from the sports are: 1. Don't be overconfident. Kylian Mbappe said, South American teams have disadvantages because they don't have the same level of competition as European teams. Argentina and Brazil don't play matches at a high level to get to the World Cup. Football is not advanced as it is in Europe. That's what you saw in the recent World Cups. This statement doesn't seem to have aged well, with Argentina beating France in the finals. You see, the obvious problem with misplaced confidence is that it can get you in trouble. Remember, There is a game where you should never underestimate your opponent. On the field, we are nothing but equal. 2. Despite losing, even the best have their bad days. Mbappe scored a hat trick and even leveled the score with Argentina to take the game into shootouts. But despite his effort, France failed to defend the title. Mbappe took his official Twitter handle to share a 2-worded post where he simply said, "We will return," along with the French flag and folded hands emoji. As for Lionel Messi, the captain of Argentina, the glory had evaded Messi for a long while. It took 4 World Cups, 5 if you want to nitpick finer points, for Messi to emerge victorious at the end of one of the most exhilarating football matches of all time. Always show good sportsmanship. Using sportsmanship helps the team work together as one on and off the court. You also gain a better perspective of things, and you can feel good for playing fair. So it's important to have sportsmanship. Take Japan and their fans. Their character showed beyond sportsmanship, as they demonstrated that they would clean up all their mess, all their garbage, and leave everything spotless after all their games. Other teams soon would follow their example. Well, it's been a great World Cup. We'll have to wait another 4 more years. As we come to an end, I'll finish with an emotional statement Messi said on his Instagram. He wrote, "Champions of the world. So many times I dreamed it, so much I wanted it. I still don't fall. I can't believe it. Thank you so much to my family, to all those who support me, and also to all who believed in us. We prove once again that Argentinians, when we fight together and united, we are able to achieve what we aim. The merit is of this group, which is above individuals. It is the strength of all fighting for the same dream that was also the one of all Argentinians. We did it. Let's go, Argentina. We're seeing each other very soon." What did you think of the World Cup? Was it as exciting as you hoped? This year has definitely been filled with so many surprises. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor, support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling